Hi, I'm Mel. Welcome to Kitchen Comforts. Today I'm going to show you how to make one of my family's favorite meals, mozzarella stuffed meatballs. But before we get started, let's talk about a few kitchen safety tips. Number one, always pull up your hair. You don't want strands of your hair falling down into your food. Two, always wear short sleeves or pull your sleeves up if you're wearing long sleeves. Your sleeves can very easily get caught on things in the kitchen and can cause harm to you and those around you. And three, always make sure that you're cooking with clean hands. Today I have washed my hands, and then as an added precaution, I have added plastic gloves. That is also an option for you as well, especially if you don't like making a really big mess. Okay? Now that we have covered some of our kitchen safety tips, let's look at the ingredients that we're going to use. Mozzarella stuffed meatballs are super fast and super easy to make. So I have pre-gathered all of the ingredients that we're going to use today. Here we have our ground meat. Today we're going to use buffalo. We also have 1 cup of your favorite breadcrumbs. These are Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Using a seasoned breadcrumb is going to add a little bit more flavor to your meatballs. We also have 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. I come from an Italian family, so they love the Italian seasoning, so we add just a little bit of extra in there. 1 teaspoon pepper, 1 teaspoon salt, and of course, here we have our mozzarella sticks that we have already cut into small cubes. And that's all the ingredients that you need. So let's get started. The best part about making meatballs is you do not have to put your ingredients in any certain order. So you just start dumping everything in. So we're going to do that. Let's add our seasonings. We are going to crack our egg. Add our egg. Be careful not to get any shell into your egg, into your meat. Next, we add our 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of Italian seasonings. Now we have all of our ingredients that we need for the meat mixture put into one bowl. You now need to start mixing. You can use a spoon that looks like this, but if you're going to use a spoon, make sure that you're getting down into the meat. Or if you're not too afraid of getting your hands dirty and you want to have a little extra fun, just get your hands down in there. That's what we're going to do. So you're going to put your hands in, you're going to start squeezing your meat just to fold in all of your ingredients. Don't stop when you think that you have everything mixed well. Keep on going. You should not see very much of the breadcrumbs if you have mixed your ingredients thoroughly. So keep going. It should take about 1 to 2 minutes to mix everything in. And voila, there we have our meat mixture. Now we're going to start shaping and filling our meatballs. So to do so, you want to grab some of your meat mixture into your hand. Okay? You want to grab enough to make the size of a meatball that you want. You can use larger meatballs if you want to do the meatballs as their own side dish or main dish, or you can make smaller meatballs if you're planning to partner them with spaghetti. Today we're going to do a main dish. So we're going to make our meatballs just a little bit bigger. You want to take your meat, usually about the size of your palm of your hand, shape your meat mixture and roll it into a ball. Just like that. Now you want to fill your meatball. Take 1 cube of your mozzarella cheese and simply push the mozzarella cheese down into your meatball, just like that. Don't push it all the way through. You want to make sure that you have a good layer of meat around that cheese, because the cheese is going to melt, it is going to get hot, and if it's too close to the edge, it's going to burst through your meat. So once your cheese is in your meatball, shape your dough around the cheese. And then roll your meat mixture until you have a nice solid meatball. Let's do that one more time. You're going to grab your meat mixture, roll it around to make sure that it is all combined thoroughly. Grab one cheese cube, push it down into your meat, and shape the meat around the cheese. Now roll it again. And there is another meatball. You're going to continue this process until all of your meat mixture has been used up. Depending on the size of your meatballs, you might have fewer meatballs than what you had intended. If you have a large family like I do, feel free to double the recipe. Doubling the recipe is not really going to do anything to your flavor, but you can always add more salt, more pepper, more Italian seasoning to suit your own taste buds. You can also spice this recipe up a little bit by adding not only cheese to the center, but pepperoni, bacon, or any other food that you would like. This is the fun part. Another thing about meatballs I really love, if you have kids who love to cook, this is a great recipe to do with your children. We all know that most little boys love to get their hands dirty. They like things that squish and slimy. They're going to love making this meal with you. Okay, so continue that process until you have all of your meatballs prepared and on your pan. You want to put your meatballs on a cookie sheet or another oven-safe dish, but make sure if you're using a ground beef or any meat that is high in fat, that you have a pan that has a pretty good well in it, because the grease is going to boil out of your meatballs into your pan, and then it's going to probably go over the side if you don't have a pan big enough. So once you have all of your meatballs prepared, you are going to put your pan in an oven preheated at 350 degrees. This size of a meatball you want to cook for approximately 20 minutes. Check your meatballs at 15 minutes just to see that they're cooking properly. Smaller meatballs you can cook for about 10 minutes. I would check them at 8 minutes. And when you are done, when your timer goes off and you pull your meatballs out of the oven, you're going to have delicious looking meatballs such as this. I hope you enjoy making this recipe, and I hope your family enjoys eating it. Thank you, and until next time on Kitchen Comforts, enjoy your meal.